Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what it would be like to be up there looking back down? Imagine booking a hotel room, not in a bustling city or on a quiet beach, but in space. You float over to your window, and there it is. The Earth, a swirling, beautiful blue marble suspended in the blackness. You see continents drift by, storms brew over vast oceans. You see the cities of humanity light up as your orbit carries you into the night. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's a question we are genuinely starting to ask. What if the most exclusive resort wasn't on Earth at all? The dream of space travel has captivated us for generations. We have sent probes to distant planets, landed humans on the moon, and for over 2 decades maintained a continuous human presence in low Earth orbit. So what exactly is this International Space Station? Think of it as a sprawling, man-made satellite. It's the largest single structure humans have ever put into space. If you were to place it on a football field, it would stretch from one end zone to the other. This orbiting complex is a mosaic of different modules, built by different countries. A beautiful symbol of international collaboration. The ISS wasn't built on the ground and launched in one go. It was assembled piece by piece in orbit, like a giant high-stakes Lego set. Starting in 1998, rockets carried up individual modules, and astronauts performing daring spacewalks bolted everything together. It orbits Earth at 400 kilometers altitude, traveling at 28,000 kilometers per hour. This means it circles the entire planet every 90 minutes. Inside, the ISS is a labyrinth of pressurized modules connected by hatches. It's not spacious like a house, more like interlocking caravans absolutely crammed with technology. Life support is the unsung hero. The environmental control and life support system scrubs carbon dioxide, generates fresh oxygen, and even recycles wastewater into clean drinking water. It's a closed-loop system essential for long-duration spaceflight. Turning a functional science lab into a comfortable hotel is no small feat. The first change would be creating more space. The current ISS is cramped, designed for efficiency, not leisure. To accommodate tourists, we would need new, dedicated modules. Imagine large inflatable habitats that could be launched, compressed, and then expanded in orbit, creating spacious areas for guest quarters, lounges, and dining rooms. A space hotel would need a touch of luxury. We're talking soft lighting, comfortable furnishings, and perhaps simulated wood textures to create a warmer atmosphere. The hotel would feature massive, panoramic windows offering unparalleled views of Earth and cosmos. This view would be the hotel's main selling point, its 5-star feature. Safety would need a rethink. The hotel section would need simplified interfaces, automated safety systems, and emergency procedures that are easy to follow for amateur space travelers. The redesign would incorporate unique entertainment, a zero-gravity gymnasium where you could perform amazing acrobatics, virtual reality lounges, and perhaps even a small greenhouse providing fresh food and psychological comfort. What would a typical day be like? Your morning would begin with the gentle glow of a sunrise over the Pacific Ocean. You wouldn't be in a bed, but in a personal sleeping pod, a sleeping bag tethered to the wall. Getting ready would be an adventure. Forget about a refreshing shower. You'd use rinse-free body wash and no-rinse shampoo. Brushing your teeth means swallowing the toothpaste, as there's no sink to spit into. Movement is perhaps the most joyful part. You don't walk, you fly. With a gentle push off a wall, you can glide effortlessly down a corridor. It's complete freedom, like the dream of flying made real. The highlight would be sightseeing. With 16 sunrises and sunsets every 24 hours, you could spend hours watching the world go by, identifying continents, tracking weather patterns, and witnessing the ethereal glow of the aurora from above. Dining in space is a culinary challenge. Much food would be freeze-dried in pouches, rehydrated with a water gun. Even salt and pepper come in liquid form to prevent floating particles. Fresh food would be the ultimate luxury. A small hydroponics bay growing lettuce, tomatoes, and herbs would provide incredible fresh salads. The simple act of crunching fresh lettuce would be unforgettable. So, you're ready to book your trip. The first hurdle is cost. Getting to space is astronomically expensive. Right now, sending just 1 kilogram to the ISS costs thousands of dollars. A ticket for a private trip to the ISS today costs tens of millions of dollars. For the ISS hotel to be viable for a wider audience, launch costs must come down dramatically. The journey involves launching atop a powerful rocket, experiencing intense G-forces. Once in orbit, your spacecraft spends hours carefully maneuvering to dock with the station, a thrilling but complex celestial ballet. Safety is paramount. Space is unforgiving. The station faces constant bombardment by micrometeoroids and orbital debris. Radiation levels are much higher than on Earth. Guests would wear dosimeters and need enhanced shielding. Every guest would need rigorous training. You'd spend weeks learning station systems, zero-gravity movement, and emergency procedures. It's a significant time commitment on top of the financial cost. A space hotel would accelerate technological development. The demand for safer, cheaper space travel would drive innovation in propulsion, life support, and habitat design, benefiting all space endeavors. It could democratize the overview effect, the cognitive shift astronauts experience seeing Earth from space. If influential people could experience this, it might foster greater global responsibility and environmental protection. The economic implications are significant. A thriving space tourism industry would create a whole new ecosystem of jobs and businesses, potentially worth billions or trillions of dollars. Most importantly, it would serve as powerful inspiration. Opening space to the public makes the dream tangible for everyone, capturing the imagination of a new generation of explorers. The ultimate luxury isn't a golden faucet or soft mattress, but the chance to see our world in its true context, to witness its beauty, fragility, and unity from a vantage point reserved for a tiny handful of explorers. It's an experience that promises not just a vacation, but a transformation. Guests would return carrying the memory of seeing our fragile planet suspended in the vast, silent darkness of space. In the end, a hotel in space is more than just a destination. It's a symbol of the future, a beacon of what we can achieve when we combine technological prowess with innate curiosity. It marks the moment when space becomes a place not just for governments and scientists, but for people. It would be the start of a new chapter in human history, one where we begin to move off-world, not as temporary visitors but as residents. The ISS hotel would be our first tentative step into the final frontier of hospitality, opening the door to a future among the stars for all of us. So, pack your bags. We're checking into the ultimate hotel and the ultimate adventure in human exploration.